Hi everybody, this is SpaceX. This is Elon Musk's company. This company was founded in 2002, and in just 14 short years, he's schlepping 11 satellites to the International Space Station already. Isn't that remarkable? I find it extremely interesting, to say the least. Now, I don't follow this kind of stuff a lot. As a matter of fact, I was catching up on some of my RV vids, Russian vids, and I discovered this little tidbit that I'm doing this video on, which I totally agree with Russian vids on how ridiculous what I'm going to show you is. But I want to talk a little bit about, well, lots of things. The International Space Station, which is just floating up in space above Earth, which people are apparently living on, is an interesting thing in and of itself. For example, does anybody remember the big story of this thing being built up there? I mean, this is an astronomical feat in American history. I don't seem to even recall really it being a very big deal. It just seemed to be all of a sudden there. Now, if we look at pictures, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Look at this. This is supposed to be a real picture of the International Space Station floating in space. Do you see how close to Earth they are? Anybody down here on land with a telescope, a really strong, good telescope, would be able to look out here very easily and see them. We should all be able to just look outside up at the space station any old time we want and see these buffoons walking around and floating around in space, doing God knows what. What are they doing up there anyway? You see NASA videos of these people with their hair sprayed up, bouncing up and down, harnessed. It's all fake, everybody. I don't believe this for 1 second. You know why I don't believe this for 1 second? Because we never went to the moon. That's why I don't believe this for 1 second. This is just nonsense, and I don't know a whole lot about it. But I do know that we didn't go to the moon. It's one of many, many, many stories that your government has lied to you about. They're keeping you in this matrix of American advanced technology, etc., 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 to always appear to be cutting edge, front of the line with everything, and we aren't. Okay? This is anybody down here on the ground could use a telescope to see this buffoon. But who's seeing it? Nobody's seeing these people floating around in space, hanging on the outside of the spacecraft. It's nonsense. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. Look at her. Jeez, you've got to be kidding me. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. So, just a short clip here.
And you see Elon Musk himself doing the Masonic hand sign as well. I've shown this many times in the past. Take a look here. Talking about the Matrix. Again, these are the ones pulling it off. For those that believe this complete garbage, just take a look. Completely ridiculous how people buy this. With the supposed landing of the Falcon 9 landing on this drone ship. Take a look here. I mean, it's a complete joke. There's nothing you can tell the masses. It's on TV. It must be real. Why would they lie to us? It's like Richard Nixon once stated, like I pointed out before. The American people don't believe anything until they see it on television.
And what is their strongest weapon, which I've said before many times? The government's strongest weapon is mainstream media. Richard Nixon knew exactly what he was talking about when he said this. People don't believe anything until they see it on TV. So the TV is full of lies and things they want you to believe in. So the Falcon 9, this is Elon Musk's company, SpaceX. And I'm gonna mute the video because it's a bunch of cheering and music, and I want you to see something interesting. So these are a bunch of people who are working on this launch of Falcon 9. Just keep looking. Tell me if you see anything interesting. Anything raising your eyebrows yet? Anything at all? How about, where are all the experienced people? I saw 2 people maybe in their 40s. Everybody's 20-something. I especially liked the girl in the sloppy sweatshirt with her hair all. She looks like she just woke up. She's supposed to be some big space brainiac. This one here? Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea how much schooling you need to know how to do this stuff? To figure out the mathematics? It's all mathematics. Launching, landing. It's ridiculous. This is a joke. Maybe they're firing rockets into space. I don't know. But what Russian Viz just showed you with that ridiculous rocket landing and uprighting itself. There's Elon Musk right here. A little glimpse of him right here. What is he, 19 years old? The one doing Masonic hand signs during interviews. So this guy looks more like what I would expect to see in this room full of scientific geniuses who are launching spacecraft to the International Space Station, taking actual crew members up there. Yeah, that's what they do. They take them up there. Let's go through some pictures here. So this is the April 2016 drone ship landing. So this is a drone ship that they brought this spacecraft down from the International Space Station and just landed it here. You saw it on the video. I'll show you that again in a second. Here's another picture of it. Looks like a toy, doesn't it? Yep. And look how witty they are. Just read the instructions. Very funny. It's all very cute, isn't it? Well, that's convincing, all right. And look at that. Yep, that's right. And that's a good picture. Great, wonderful. Oh, here they are. The future of space travel. These people look maybe 30, in their 30s. Possibly this guy's 40-something. Anyway, you get the picture. They actually, under a $1.6 billion contract with NASA, SpaceX is flying numerous cargo resupply missions to the International Space Station for a total of at least 20 flights under the Commercial Resupply Services contract. In 2016, NASA awarded SpaceX a second version of the contract that will cover a minimum of 6 additional flights from 2019 onward. I have a question, NASA. Let's see, you've gone to the moon several times in 1969 and 1970, didn't you? Those years, right around there? Yeah, I seem to remember something about men walking on the moon, I think. If you can do that, why are you contracting out to this brand new company? Wasn't the space station built before Elon Musk formed his company 14 years ago? Wouldn't you have already had something set up to be able to go to the space station and take, McDonald's or whatever they wanted up there? Maybe some more hairspray, an extra harness, ball of yarn for their videos, whatever it is up there they're doing. I just find this to be some kind of cover some massive money laundering scheme of some kind representing $10 billion in contracts, says right here. Elon Musk flashing Masonic hand signals. Right. That's what they want you to believe. And here's the landing on the drone ship.
We're seeing live footage of Course I Still Love You, our drone ship, waiting for the, there's the engine.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Okay.
Waiting for the, there's the engine. Now, lights deployed.
Is anybody buying that at all? How is this thing maneuvering itself? I don't buy it at all. Yeah, sorry. I'm not buying it. I could be wrong. But who knows? Oh yeah, remember I was just talking about the astronauts who went to the moon?
We are headed 3,600 miles above Earth. 15 times higher from the planet than the International Space Station. As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. Radiation like
Superformance 72 here is saying dangerous radiation that the Apollo mission flew through unshielded, apparently?
this could harm the guidance systems, onboard computers, or other electronics on Orion. Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice, once up and once back. But Orion has protection. Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation.
Right. Couldn't they just use the technology from the Apollo missions or the same shielding as it must have worked back in '69? We seem to be regressing in our technology.
Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
So basically this guy, this NASA engineer, just told you that we never went to the moon. He just said it. They need to study these radiations so that they can learn how to send people through these Van Allen radiation belts, which we already went through in 1969. Do they think we just forgot that we went to the moon? Now let's watch a couple of actors in a soundstage who are being harnessed and pretending to be floating. What do they have to say?
The plan that NASA has is to build a rocket called SLS, which is a heavy lift rocket. It's something that is much bigger than what we have today, and it will be able to launch the Orion capsule with humans on board, as well as landers or other components to destinations beyond Earth orbit. Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the...
He just told you. He just told you we can only fly in Earth's orbit. 230 miles above Earth's surface.
We only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to.
You heard it here, people, on Jordan Rain's channel. Hopefully one day we'll be able to go to the moon. Exactly. So, I just want to say, good luck, Elon Musk, with your little toys and your fake landings and your fake missions and contracts with NASA. Whatever it is you're up to, we aren't buying it. At least I'm not. Take care.